to rescue. See you start hating cause I got ahead of you. I ain't tripping, that ain't gonna stop this chat on my you hear me?
Now, who hot, who not? Tell me who flopped, who sell out the tours, who rap your doors, who go harder than them and never let off before, who got your poking their head out the door, getting paid every week like he did all his chores. Life's a I'm rich till I divorce it. Go left for pulling bread out the floor. Now, who hot, who not? Tell me who flopped, who sell out the tours, who rap with your doors, who go harder than them and never let off before, who got your poking their head out the door, getting paid every week like he did all his chores. Life's a I'm rich till I divorce it. Go left for pulling bread out the floor.
It's the NBA. Brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony, and our reporter on the side. Line tonight, Allie LaForce. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle. Harper wide open. No good on the 3. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
It's a luxury to have a guy like Hartenstein on the offensive glass, always ready to collect and then finish off on those missed shots.
Now here's Anthony. On the wing, Jordan. Shot clock at 5. The 3. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
And VanVleet, here we go. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's Milwaukee now. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. VanVleet outside. Over Anthony. Here's Jackson. Misses the baby hook. Kick out to Harper. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Superb focus from Harper on that shot, absorbing the contact well.
Got a piece of it. Taken away by Anthony. Stolen by Jackson. Caldwell Pope outside. To the middle. Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
That is tough action to stop. Hartenstein is a great screener and mobile enough to make you pay.
And here's Green outside. It's hauled in by the Heat. Pass to VanVleet. Now here's Williams. Defended by George. And that's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Outside Williams. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Harper. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Now here's Anthony. No scoring in this one. Green left side. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. The Heat with the lead. Now here's Van Vliet. He takes it in. Pass to Hartenstein. Shoots. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Hartenstein's got 6. Here's Milwaukee now. Here's Liddell. Back to Harper. It's hauled in by the Heat. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Miami's head coach. We talked about Paul George and what his game plan was for keeping him in check. He said it's never going to be easy with him, but I told our guys I want constant communication. Talk when screens are coming, switch when we need to. We need to be highly active guarding him. Let's see how effective they are against him tonight. Kevin?
Thank you once again, Allie.
Just careless. No other way to describe it to start the game. That's already his 3rd miscue.
Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Now Hartenstein. 6 points for him. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Miami.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
Caldwell Pope outside. That ball, great assist by Van Vliet.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pass to Anthony. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Miami leading by 9. Van Vliet on the wing. Still yet to score. And it's the Bucks on the break. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And a look at the toughness of Draymond. He took the hit and he got it to go.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Bucks trailed by 7. George looking around. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the trade of Jimmy Butler. Jim, the Heat's star power took a hit.
Well, one thing is for certain in this league, you need stars to win big. Draft picks, flexibility, those things are great. Even nice young players, but it's only going to take you so far.
Oh, here's Van Vliet. To the paint. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Concaniple.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They're firing on all cylinders, executing the game plan coming in.
Now, here is George. Scoreless thus far. Fires for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Keita. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, these days, interior offense takes great determination and discipline.
Drills it from outside.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And it's Isaac Okoro with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Exum. 1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Stolen by Knipple.
And they've carved out an early lead in spite of the fact they continue to turn it over.
Here's Coffee. And it's Goga Bitadze with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Team foul number 4.
Exum deciding where to go with it. A floater.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Jackson with the screen. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Back to Grimes. Here's Knipple. Misses the layup. The Heat leading by 12. .54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Gata. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Grimes. Plays it up and banks it in. Grimes has got 5 now.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
24 seconds left here in the first quarter. Another shot, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. They trail by 14. Grimes with it. He has 5. Stolen by Jackson. With 1 on the clock. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. What a performance for Isaiah Jackson. He has been the story for the Miami Heat. Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here, as we get underway once again. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
On the attack, right from the tip. They've been relentless offensively.
Well, they haven't been challenged so far. Everything they're doing seems to be working.
Jim, these days, things are changing for modern NBA big men.
Well, there is no doubt when I played, every team had 4 or 5 legitimate post players, and the ball went in to the low post regularly throughout the game. I think now the difference is you have to have versatility in your game. Teams are looking for bigs that can shoot it, handle it, and facilitate.
Valuable pieces for sure. It's good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
On the wing, Johnson. Back to Pritchard. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Bucks making a change here. Here's Liddell. The 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Draymond Green is getting serious in the weight room. He said one thing I learned is you have to lift weights. I was always naturally strong, so I was like, what do I need to lift for? These guys can't move me right now. But your body needs to be able to withstand the pounding of a long season. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
With the quickness that Harper moves around with, it's hard for defenders to stay with him without fouling.
Good on both. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Richardson right side. 6 on the shot clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. Here's Coffey. And nothing is falling for him right now. Bucks trail by 8. Pass to Liddell. Out to the wing. Here's the screen. And a good look from Harper. No good with the wing jumper.
That's just unlucky. You don't mind him taking that shot at all.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Now Pritchard. Inside. It's stolen by Green. And it's denied. Richardson up top. Still scoreless. Johnson the screen. Down low. Shot clock at 6. Here's Yang. And Liddell pulls it down. Bucks trail by 8. Outside Harper. Now Grimes. 7 points in the game. Fires the 3. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. On the wing, Williams. Kicks it out to Richardson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Yang. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Bucks trail by 5. And Grimes has it in the corner. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
And there's the call on Dylan Harper. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
To the right side. The kick out to Williams. Just 4 to shoot. To the inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Bucks trail by 5.
Milwaukee substitution.
Pass to Okoro.
Isaac Okoro. Paul George.
Screen by Batadze. A nice shot by Okoro. Okoro's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here is Williams. Hasn't made one yet. Now here's Johnson. Five on the clock. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Taking the gloves off. You like how Johnson attacks the rim once he's there.
Outside Anthony. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
All right, that's 2 fouls. Not a big deal, but you don't want to pick up that third before the half.
Well, Heat leading by 4. Now here's Williams. Johnson outside. Here's Yang. The rebound by Bataze.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
And here's George for 3. Rebound by Williams. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Yang, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And it's a 6-point Miami lead.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside, George finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And, Jim, this is year 2 of that 4-year, $211 million contract for Paul George.
And when he's been healthy, Kevin, he has shown himself to be one of the best swingmen in the game. But now he's in his mid-30s, and this can be the point where players often start to wear down.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Bucks trailed by 4. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one on Hartenstein. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
What you love from Paul George, offensively, he's so consistent. He understands how to get the shot that he wants, and he will flat out give you the points you need every night.
Outside Harper. Pass to Kneppel. Back to Harper. Here's George. Covered by Johnson. George, no good.
Well, this has been far from his best game, and if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Van Vliet looking around. Pass to Johnson. Clock at 4. Outside Williams. Near the 3-point line, it's Van Vliet. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 1:05 left in the first half. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
And something scouts found very appealing about Dylan Harper. His skills are ahead of the rookie curve. He's got a deep bag already. A lot of moves that other guys would need to get screws on.
personal foul.
And he makes all 3. Here's Pritchard. Nothing on the board. Johnson the screen. Pritchard gets the bucket.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Pass to Okoro. The tray. Good on the triple. Okoro's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Three-pointer, Pritchard. They get it back. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
Back to George. Over Johnson. Up in time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Miami ahead, leading by just 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. George with no one around. Cans it from downtown. George has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Bucks. Pritchard with the ball. The kick out to Williams. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Heat lead by 2. Pass to Liddell. The rebound by Johnson.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
And the shot goes in. Now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
On the wing, Jordan. Over in the corner, Green. Clock at 6. And Green slams it in.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Pass to Queta. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective.
I like the way they've established their offense to start the half. 3 straight makes.
Green, the screen. For the 3. A nice shot by Liddell. Liddell's got 8 points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Miami Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Kevin?
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. It's tipped. The Heat leading by 4. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. To the paint, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Harper. And here's George for 3. Johnson with some nice D. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Miami Heat. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And here's Caldwell Pope. No one near him. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up. Bucks trail by 8. Here's Pickett. Pass to Okoro. To the wing on the left. And here is Green. Guarded by Jackson. Makes it off the glass. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, when Green is looking to score, this is exactly the area he's most comfortable, right at the rim.
Back to Van Vliet. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. That ball. Great assist by Van Vliet. Hartenstein's got 12 in the game. Tim, I know you love that little push shot that Isaiah Hartenstein possesses in the lane. It really is beautiful, isn't it?
I refer to it as releasing the doves. It's a beautiful thing to watch. I think it's a shot more bigs should try to master because you don't have to get all the way to the rim.
Releasing the doves. And the timing, too, right? I mean, it's got to kind of come in the flow of the kid's movement when he's taking that shot.
Absolutely. He understands how to find those pockets where that shot is available.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Hartenstein goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Isaac Okoro. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And I've also been very impressed with their ball movement. It has led to better shots. The offense overall has had a great rhythm.
Here's McGowan. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
To the left wing. Back to Van Vliet. Over to the left wing. Here's Hartenstein. Again, the Heat good for 2.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Pickett. He has yet to score. Green left side. Fires from the wing.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game. Doing the dirty work down low.
Pass to Jackson. Back to Caldwell Pope for 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And now it's an 11-point Miami lead. Over in the corner, Green. And it's Miami with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Hartenstein. It's rebounded by McGowan. Bucks trail by 11. Launches a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. McGowan's has got 6 points. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Heat leading by 8. Now Richardson still without a basket. There's the screen inside, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. The 3 from George.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Pass to Johnson. Kicks it out to Richardson. He's looking for Batazzi and finds him. And up the court from the Bucks on the break. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, Paul George understands how to draw contact on his way to the rim. He earns a trip to the line.
You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screens. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player. And having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line, you think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, 2 of the best to ever do it.
And here is Van Vliet. He has yet to score. 5 to shoot. Johnson.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
To the left side wing. .55 seconds left in the third quarter. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Grimes with the bucket. Grimes has got 14.
Well, that's just a veteran understanding how to play. Paul George knowing exactly where to go with the ball.
Here's Van Vliet. Richardson gets a wide open look. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Johnson outside. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Grimes with it. 14 points for him. Here's Knipple. Can't get it to fall. Here's Johnson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Miami Heat enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things.
57.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Miami. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Richardson right side. And the 3 off target. Bucks trail by 12. Pass to Liddell. From past the arc. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Van Vliet. Down low. Just 5 on the clock.
We'll see the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
Here's Anthony. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Van Vliet picks one up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the Bucks making a change here. He hits both from the stripe. The Heat leading by 12. Van Vliet left side. Johnson the screen. On the wing, Johnson. And it falls over the rim and in.
Well, Johnson's confidence as a scorer is rapidly growing. He is just relentless now.
Lets it go with the 3. Shot by Grimes. No good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
To the inside. Bang. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Van Vliet outside. Johnson the screen. Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Good. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
And the pick and roll delivers. Van Vliet making the right decision, giving up the rock.
Here's Green. Miami grabs the miss. Van Vliet with it. Now Anthony defending. Johnson the screen. Van Vliet attacking. Lays it up off the glass. And the Heat lead by 20.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Outside Harper. They need this. And Harper slams it in.
Oh, showing the hops there. Harper can get up with the best of it.
Timeout.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He knows every possession is critical now. The Bucks making a switch here. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Miami no good on that time either. Bucks trailed by 18. Pass to Anthony. Screen coming. Outside, George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's George. It's deflected.
Yeah, no way. Not happening. Hartenstein denies it. The 7-footer getting it done defensively.
Lets it go from 14. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Cole Anthony. First one falls for. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Outside, Green. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And it's 9 points for Draymond Green.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Jackson. Back to Van Vliet. Here's Jackson. Bank shot. No good. Bucks trailed by 21. Pass to Liddell. Jacks up a 3. Drills the three-pointer.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Now Johnson. He's guarded by Grimes. Here's Liddell. Rebounded by Jackson.
And normally that's an easy 2 for him. I'm surprised he missed that one.
Taken away by Anthony. The finish. And the rejection by Jackson. Van Vliet outside. Six to shoot. Good ball movement here by Miami. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Now here's Anthony. Pass to Liddell. Back to Anthony. At the elbow, it's George. That one, no good.
Well, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Caldwell Pope outside.
Hey, yo, right here.
Jackson with the screen. Shot clock at 5. Here's Van Vliet. Caldwell Pope for 3. Bucks trail by 18. It's Grimes on the wing. And he does not hit. Here's Van Vliet. Caldwell Pope feeling it out of it. Now Johnson. Now Van Vliet. Here's Hartenstein. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Bucks trail by 18. Now Anthony. Outside George. Let's lose a 3. A three-pointer. Good.
That's a beautiful stroke that time by Paul George. If he gets a look from beyond the arc, he is really dangerous.
Outside Williams. Put it down hard.
Watch out below. Woo.
Oh, the dunk.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
Pritchard fires. Off target from outside. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. It's a 14-point game. Anthony. The 3 is off. Johnson outside. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions. Only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
Williams. And the shot goes in.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Off the glass.
Assisted Hunter.
So it's Miami now. Pritchard with the ball. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.